What's up, Meal Geeks, and welcome back to another Bee's Knees Lacquer video. We have one hell of a collection to check out this month. I mentioned a few months back, I believe it was in August, it was July, August, somewhere around there. I mentioned that I was going to start Baldur's Gate 3, and I was super pumped for it. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten to play like the last week or two. I've just been so swamped with swatching and blog sale, everything like that. But I really got into the game, and I haven't like finished this current playthrough yet, but it is magnificent. If you don't know, Baldur's Gate 3 is a video game, and it's amazing. It's a fantasy role-playing type thing where you make your own character, and you basically kind of go through a Dungeons and Dragons campaign type situation. It's nerdy awesomeness, and it is amazing. It's fantastic. If you follow along with my swatches on this channel, which of course you do, duh, that's why you're here. I am rotated on Bee's Knees Lacquer for their swatching stuff. And so I just want to say a real quick shout out to Sarah of BKL. Thank you so much. I was allowed to swap my months because when I found out that Baldur's Gate 3 was being done by BKL, I damn near pooed myself. So I got to switch, and I'm super pumped, and I'm so uber hyped for this collection. If you're just a nail polish person and you're here, we're going to do a super special intro, and then we're going to get to the swatches, I promise. Of course, it's not going to hurt my feelings if you're like, Trish, I'm not here for your shenanigans right now. I want to get to the swatches. That's fine. I always have my timestamps for you. But we're going to do some excessive nerding out in this intro. So the collection is based off of the companions that your hero that you create, if you choose to make one, that you can, I mean, it's literally just like a D&D campaign. You can make choices for these people. You can romance some of them. I mean, it's amazing. So in this intro, I want to introduce you all to my character, especially now that I've gotten some mods for her. So she has some like super epic hair. I'm going to show you her, and then if you do want to watch the rest of this intro and nerd out with me, you can also see the inspirations for each of the polishes in this collection. It's like we have our companions. It's so freaking awesome. Imagine with me really quick, what would it be like if this channel was in fact a hybrid channel and it meshed with video gaming? So just imagine it and allow the magic and your imagination to just run wild, and think about what would it look like if Trish was actually a gaming YouTuber. Okay, so we're going to load my game and go into my game, and we're going to see how amazing this is as a game. I highly encourage anyone who has not played this game, you need to play it. The story is amazing. The world building is amazing. There is not really anything negative to say. This is, in my opinion, a perfect game. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's also inspired my husband and I to actually get into real Dungeons and Dragons. On my desk here, we have some campaign books and the rule books, and we played a little mini campaign game when I think it was a few weeks ago. My brother came into town, and we played a little one-shot campaign, and that was super fun. So now, of course, we are just going all in on it. We are gearing up for a huge campaign once the holidays and everything calms down. So this is where I'm at right now, and I'm gonna kind of go up here. This is her. I love her so much. I'm going to go into the character sheet, and then you all can kind of see her face. Actually, you can see her face better in the mirror. So we're going to go to camp. And in the camping thing, that's where your rest is. There's a mirror, and I can show you all her face even closer. The companions are over there, and we'll get to that in a second, which is what the polishes are inspired by. But I wanted to make a really beautiful version of myself. And I just think if you're role playing, you want to be the prettiest, right? So this is her, and she's super cute. Like you can kind of see, I know my lighting in front of the green screen and stuff it's trash. It's really bright, but I just figured, you can see a little bit of a resemblance, just a little bit, yeah, resemblance. So that's her. And I have some really cool hair mods on her right now. She's super pretty. She's a wizard. And I dyed her clothes to look super cool too. And my staff is obnoxiously huge, which is pretty much how I'd have it in real life. So yeah, let me get out of this. So I'm going to show you all the companions that inspired the polishes. These are some of them here. We've got, this is when I say Shadowheart, this is her. And then we've got Will. This will be the, you'll see in the blue magnetic. And this is Halson. He makes a beautiful green shimmer. Let's see. These over here, I'm just going through my favorites. We have a very silly bard. Valo is very silly. And we have, this is the most amazing character ever. This is Karlak. This is going to be Mama K for our polish. Amazing. It's amazing. And Tiefling, and you can kind of see where the red and the copper is going to come in. And then we've got our other wizard here. This is Gale. He's going to have that purpley color, which when you first get him in the game, he's wearing a very ridiculous purple shirt. And then we've got my personal favorite. This is Asterion. He's our rogue. And let me go through this. So that's going to be that character. And yeah, that's the ones that I'm thinking of off the top of my head here real quick. But this is a camp that I'm in currently. It's later on in the game, actually, where I'm at. But yeah, so this is my character, and this is Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm super geeked and nerded out. So we will get to the polishes. So without further ado, now that you know what the inspiration, what it looks like and stuff, let's dive right in. Starting off with the Blade of Frontiers. This is a deep blue with silver magnetic pull. This one's inspired by Will. We have a beautiful chrome type of blue. This is one of those types of magnetics that will take on a true chrome, really interesting appearance when you leave an unmagnetized, which I absolutely appreciated it like this. Now, if you wanted to wear an unmagnetized, I will caution against any potential streaking, as this is a true chrome. So make sure you go in light on your coats. This is rich and creamy smooth on application. I think 2 coats is perfect. And when you magnetize it, it is very magnetic friendly. Quick to snap to the magnet. And oh my goodness, that contrast is chef's kiss. The movement is ridiculous on this one too. I so loved this one. It will dry down semi-gloss, so any top coat is perfect. Bow Down to the Emperor is a holographic flaky plum purple thermal that changes to a charcoal black in its warm state. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've seen a thermal from BKL, at least ones that I've swatched lately. Anyways, Bow Down to the Emperor is so, I'm so freaking geeked at how perfect these are to their inspirations. I'm going to stop fangirling, I swear. This one is a true purpley type of eggplant deep color when it is on the cold side, and then warm, it's got that true charcoal base. This is very jelly-like, so I'm going to suggest 3 coats and a glossy top coat to give it that jello-like appearance. I loved how rich the flakes look in both the cold and the warm states. I Choose the Bear is a deep dark green that has a funky, fiery yellow to orange to reddish multichrome magnetic pigment. This one's inspired by Halson, of course. He is a druid and he's able to turn into a giant bear. So we have a wonderful jelly type of formula, and it is so jam-packed full of this beautiful multichrome magnetic pigment. When you wear it unmagnetized, it looks fantastic too. In a moment on my full hand shot, when I left it alone, you'll see that. It is just glowy, good, very much on this reddish coppery side with an easy shift over to this goldish green. It is very lovely. Now, very much like Blade of Frontiers, it also has a very ridiculously awesome magnetic pull to it. When you go in and magnetize it, it's going to be this coppery red over to a lovely green, which, again, I know I'm fangirling here, but this captures a druid, in my opinion, so well. I'm going to suggest 3 coats and a glossy top coat to plump this one up, as it does have a flat type of dry down, and that multi-chrome effect is ridiculous in person. I'm Not Afraid, Not of You is a black polish with bluish purple to red shimmer and hollow flakes. It does state in our PR information that this is technically a magnetic polish, but it looks great without. So I took that as it is intended to not be magnetized, but I wanted to see what it will look like magnetized too. So we'll see that here in just a moment. I'm Not Afraid, Not of You is inspired by Astarion and my favorite character. It is a black to red almost type of multichrome-ish, sort of. It's kind of like the black to red multi-chrome polishes, but the red cast to it is more at extreme angles. It's quite shifty. It's a really interesting type of polish. I feel like the magnetic effect, I do agree with the official description, is on the subtle side. You'll see it in person at angles. It's this interesting purple to red type shift. Again, very subtle, but it gives this glowy type effect to whatever magnetic pattern you're using. I think my full hand shot here is giving you a really good representation of what I'm talking about. This will dry down really flat, so use a good glossy top coat. Personally, when I wear this for myself, because Astarion is my husband, I would probably leave it unmagnetized. I've Never Been Able to Write My Own Future is a silvery pastel multichrome that shifts pink to gold to orange. This one's inspired by Shadowheart. We have a jelly type of formula going on here. I almost want to classify this one as being a milky sheer, but I don't want to say it's a full-blown sheer because it does offer decent coverage, more so than, say, that more naked appearance we get from true sheers that we've seen from BKL. I'm going to suggest 3 coats. This is what I would, in my opinion, describe as being a metallic type of pearl finish. It is very lovely, and it has this interesting cast. So it's a silvery type of grade appearance with a, again, milky light finish, but it's got this beautiful bronzy coppery type of shift. It will dry down flat, so use a good glossy top coat. And Mama K is an English violet purple base with glowy red to orange microflake shimmer. This one's inspired by Karlach. So perfect for the inspiration. Mama K is a beautiful, creamy, smooth formula, very satisfying on application. I think 2 coats is perfect. Anything more than that is going to be too much. It's over buildup in my opinion. It will dry down quite flat. So to get that gorgeous, plump gel looking appearance you see on my full hand shot here, use a good glossy top coat. I love how it just looks like molten, like fire embers amongst that dark base. So good for the inspiration. Source of My Joy is a hunter green polish with glowy emerald microflake shimmer. This one's inspired by Lae'zel. Now, no spoilers, but I did not show you all this character in my quickie little playthrough, I guess, for lack of better words. I don't really want to call it a playthrough, but for those of you who don't know Baldur's Gate, the character is a green-skinned being. Anyways, Source of My Joy, same thing like Mama K. It's a beautiful, creamy, smooth formula. I think 2 coats is perfect here, and I just love this. I'm hoping we see more of this somewhat matchy-match type microflake shimmer and base combination, like what we see on Mama K and Source of My Joy from BKL in the future. I really enjoyed how these 2 look in person. It's gorgeous. The Dark Urge is a black to white thermal with scattered hollow. We have our second thermal in this collection. This starts off on the light side, but it's one of those thermals that was so quick to react to my warm skin that I was thinking, okay, this is going to be kind of light, subtle, sheer, what have you. And that's not really the case. It was just easily transitioning over to the warm state. So warm state is this white-ish. I kind of agree with the official description. I would say it's more of a dove gray type of appearance, kind of jelly and juicy looking. It does build up to a full opacity, in my opinion, at 3 coats. The cold state is what I would describe as being a charcoal dark type of black. It's not a stark black, but charcoal. 3 coats and a glossy top coat will give you that beautiful, squishy, gel-like appearance you see on my full hand shot here. And lastly, we've got With You, I Forget My Goddess. This is a rich purple polish with silver to pink to green shimmer. This one's inspired by our lovely, nerdy, talks too much Gale. He is my husband's favorite character, so I just like to tease him so much. But anyways, With You, I Forget My Goddess is glorious. It's like a foil type of finish. It's got this wonderful chrome metallic type of sparkle to it. And I'm going to suggest 3 coats to build it up if you have a free edge of some sort. If you're rocking shorties or nubbins, you probably might be able to get away with 2 regular coats. This popped so good against myself, and it is ridiculous in person. I really don't think my swatches are doing this one justice. It's just glowy perfection. And we will wrap up my nerd fest with you all with the Will It Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. So we have pretty opaque formulas for this collection. I do think most of them work pretty well, except of course my caveats. Y'all all know the drill at this point. The thermals you can maybe use as flake toppers over dark colors, but you are going to take away their respective thermal properties. The magnetics both work really cool. I'm not afraid. It's still pretty subtle as a topper. So personally, I would just wear it alone. And I've never been able to write my own future is really cool over black. It took on more of that reddish cast. Very interesting. So I think you can get creative with that one. Mama K and Source of My Joy are both too creamy in my opinion. I think they're quite opaque and they just kind of took over even a black base. Dark Urge, again, same thing as Bow Down to the Emperor. I will refrain from repeating myself. And then I Forget My Goddess is pretty damn cool over black too. Very much like I've never been able to write my own future. If you have been following along Bee's Knees Lacquer on their social media, you know that Buzzmas has been going on lately, which is the annual sale, super awesome sale goodie things that is in a daily type format. And the official launch for this collection, and then there's another collection that's launching alongside this. So we have a November and a December collection. These are all going to launch November 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. There's not going to be any limits on the amount of polishes you can purchase. You know, for those of us who want to buy like 500 Asterion related polishes, there's that. The pre-order is going to end December 8th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. There is a soft cap per usual on this collection where as long as everything is, you know, within 1,000 bottles per shade, then it's fine. Otherwise, those are ready to ship, but otherwise it's going to go on to a pre-order type setting. So there really isn't a reason to rush if you want to just get in there and see what's there. There's not going to be a full collection option for this launch. However, this is the Black Friday sale. So there's going to be 25% off the entire website, including the new items. Grab the Baldur's Gate collection. 25% off. So you can do that. You can get onto BKL's website and you can make a wish list. That's super cool there. And you can see all the offerings that are going to be available for this launch to, you know, get your budgeting and your list going, things like that. There is going to be overpours from the Beetlejuice and the God and the Gumiho mystery bags. I apologize if I said that incorrectly. I'm a super nerd and I'm like horrible at pop culture though. Like if it's gaming, for the most part, I'll know it, but yeah. So there's that. There's also going to be a handful of respawns and mystery overpours from HHC, PPU, and Fandom Flakies. There's also going to be unreleased prototypes with a variety of finishes, and they're limited to 3 per person on the unreleased prototypes. That's super exciting. As a collector myself, I love prototypes from makers. Like that's my favorite thing. They're just super special. And there's going to be freebies for every order. That's super fun. So I'm going to link BKL's website for you all. By the time I get this video up, the wish list should be up and you can get on there and peruse and check out what's going to be going on for this launch. This is super exciting. That's a lot of goodies that Sarah's offering up for us for this release. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.